Ready.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
You talk about this Washington defense. This unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's try to get to that #1 spot.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Packers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders nothing. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
On the return, Noah Igbenogany. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here's Daniels. To the right side and caught by Sennett.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Daniels.
Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The gain of 39 that time.
First down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Ready? Cougar 19. 18. 19 Lions. 70 Rangers. 79 Broncos.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
To throw is Daniels.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there, you don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Pass caught, it's Lane with it.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Throw left side complete. That's Lane. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
They'll run here with a rookie.
And he stopped immediately there.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
19, 60 Bobcats.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Come on, hurt, Cowboy 80. Drop 60 Maverick, Buffalo 18. Ready.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 45.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And down inside the 40 and at the 38. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Throw left side is complete to Reed. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Returning is Igbenogany. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores. And I know, and for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Second and 7 from the 20. Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to add on to that lead. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Go, ready? Go!
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd and 12.
Half the 50, half the 50.
To the air goes Daniels.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check White. Ready.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd down at the 42-yard line.
Set. Ready.
Love looking to throw it.
Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Jaden Reed
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes this 35-0 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Trying to lay one up deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left.
Room here to run.
He's on his way.
And it will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Josh Jacobs
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Daniels looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lane. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And room there to work it inside the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Fix the Eagles.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Trap 50. Trap 50. Stephanie. Liking 18. Steady.
Back to throw. Daniels. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves.
And now an audible here into something else. Eckler will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
Commanders 7.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Down. Hut.
Now Love. Flushed out right. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Love now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Amos. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Seven Pirates. Tag. 19 Warriors, 17. 60 Mavericks. Panther 11. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And now here's another interception. Cooper fast with the feet. This is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Let's cut.
Final play of the half. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing you have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Devontae Wyatt
Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Dragon 60. Warriors, 70, 20.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Lane.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Cougar 19.
Out of the gun now on third down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On fourth down, here's Daniels.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It was Daron Payne who got in there to make the play.
At the 47-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Black Ultra.
Working out of the gun. Love.
He'll complete this one to Watson.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he is caught. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Jacobs again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
1 yard on the play.
Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Packers. Oh, my goodness. How about this start to a season? I mean, it doesn't get much better. 2 touchdowns, remember, last week in the opener. 3 more here. This is some kind of pace to put yourself on.
Are we going to go ahead and look ahead and say 4 next week? Is that too much to ask for? That's what he's dreaming about right now. That's what his team's thinking about. But, boy, what a start for him.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll get this out to about the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run. That's a positive play for the offense.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Tress Way now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Daniel Whelan in punt formation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here's Daniels.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Washington first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Commanders first down.
Once more, here's Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Credit the defense there to Quay Walker, getting behind the line of scrimmage before they could rip off any sort of a gain.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
60 vices, 60 vices. Panther 11, Panther 11, go!
Now Daniels. Now we're behind his man, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Come on, come on. Hey! Viking 18!
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Daniels going to throw for it.
And that is caught. And they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. In the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Let's ready.
Play action this time with Love. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Throwing now is Daniels. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
It's a gain of
17 yards that time, and a Washington 1st. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
There's a short one pulled in by Simmons.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the the 36-yard line.
Come on, come on. Hey. Cowboy in.
To throw is Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Commanders.
18, 79.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
70, Warriors, 70. Go.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far, nothing going right offensively. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just